Hello Bernard, this is Home. Thanks for watching this video. I hope that you'll like what you see and that you'll see the value this presentation could provide for your contractors. It would be more like a conversation when I have people in front of me. In this video, you'll just be able to get a sample of how this chart here could make a difference and simplify things for your customer service, for bettering the connection between you, your contractors and your clients, that whole relationship circle or triangle. So let's see if this helps to get you and I aligned, perhaps, and you would be able to see more of what I am about and what I have to provide. So again, thanks for the opportunity to present this to you. Thanks for watching it, and let's begin. So my name is Home, and I have a purpose in life, which is to increase your effectiveness, to increase your efficiency in your business. So this here behind me is a chart that is going to help you to make more money, to help you increase the abundance in your activities, so that the flow would be amplified, and you would just have more of what you sow. You'll be able to reap more benefit from your efforts. So here we go. Again, this is a chart, and it's 5 levels each column. Okay, and you see up here it says awareness. So awareness is like, you might have heard the word mindfulness before. Mindfulness, however, this one here would actually make it more so that you could grasp it in a practical way, so you can use it from day to day. It involves the body and the soul as well. So this is a body, mind, soul conversation. There's 3 of them. So let's just say that you have 3 eyes that you use from day to day. And I'll give you an example. Yesterday I went to Giant, the supermarket, with my son. And as I walked in the front door, I saw a very nice looking lady standing by the self-checkout area. She was working that section. And the first thing I noticed was her body figure and how nice she looked in those pants. And that was automatic for me as I walked in the front door. I'm not sure if that's the same for you, men who are watching this, but that's just me sharing with you how it's like. I was walking my son, first glance, that's automatic, happening right away in the blink of an eye. I walk by, so I walk by and just continue on my path looking for the things I was there to get. So my son and I finished, and then we are checking out now, and I'm having a hard time scanning these carton of eggs. The barcode was not so legible, so I'm trying to scan it, and then I had to ask for the lady's help. So I right away said, "Excuse me, I'm having a hard time scanning these eggs. Could you give me a hand?" So I handed the eggs over to her, and she did her thing on the machine and punched some numbers in, and she actually manually did it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, she's gonna hand the egg back to me, and I'm gonna have to put the eggs into the bag myself. However, after she did that, she actually took the eggs and said, "I'm gonna put it in another bag for you, separate bag for you." And she did it very calmly, very kindly. She put those eggs in another bag, separated, and was really gentle as she was doing it. And she did this motion where she was closing up the bag and setting it aside, so that I won't put anything else into that bag, which is very, very kind of her. And right then and there, you know what? It hit me, I liked her. I liked her enough that, I asked that I asked for her to help me. I wanted her to help me, that's the part of the mind. So the body is what I saw first right away, and that's coming from the body that she has, and my needs as a man. That's the first eye I used to see her with. And then I asked her to help me. So it's like, when I love you, I didn't fall in love with her just yet. However, after that gesture, I was able to see how kind she was being with me. And right then and there, I was able to be more present. Like you're scanning the items, and there's people waiting, and you're in a bit of a rush. You don't want to hold up the line, and you got things going on in your mind, like how much it's going to add up to. And my son is there; he's 5.5 years old, and you know how it could be. So So I wasn't fully present. However, after she was so kind and she handled my eggs the way that she did, it helped me to be more present. I was able to be more of myself and be calm and to see my awareness go from the body to the mind to the soul and then see that this is a human being working there at the market and she's doing a great job and she's being friendly and kind to people like me. And I just didn't expect that at that giant. I avoid going there sometimes. It's hard to get a smile out of some people, even when I'm in my best energy. So I resist going there. However, I had to go there yesterday for the things I needed. So yeah, so need, want. I was glad I went there yesterday, and that's just me sharing a simple example of how this awareness here could make a difference in even the simplest things in life. So just a little trip to the market, having this awareness where I'm not being dominated by my bodily needs, and and my mind does not take over me where I want something so badly that I cannot control how I interact with somebody. I came from a likable way, and it was very neutral, like a really nice balance, So just to be in the balance of the situation. And as I'm saying this, I'm hoping that you might be able to relate it to some of the things that you deal with on day to day with people that you work with, perhaps the people that you are providing a service for. Um, Again, so I'm just going to now break this chart down a little bit more systematically for you so that you would get a better sense of it now that I've introduced it in a way with a little story about going to the market. Right, so 5 levels. With the body's eye, you see somebody, you see the body, you see the body, you see that body, that body, groups of bodies, and that's what you'll have. And you'll come from need and haves, and sometimes you might miss some things, and if you miss enough in that body, you might get hurt, like vitamins and nutrients and water and air. So the highest level of the body, you'll have what you have, right? And not that you'll love it. However, if you use your mindfulness, you could actually be with what you have in a way where you can like it, want it, love it. Sometimes you might hate some things, and you might even have fear in the mind. So fear, lack might lead to fear. When you get hurt, you might hate. You miss something because you like it, you need it, you want it, you have it. If you use the mind, you love what you have, then there's another whole eye or a way of seeing things that opens up to you, that becomes more sustainable and more harmonized. So now, if you actually practice seeing through the soul's eye, now the soul's eye and the mind's eye, this is the logic eye, right? The soul's eye is the one where you feel. You feel how something affects you, how it keeps you up at night, perhaps how it keeps you in peace throughout the day. Now that's the soul that keeps the mind at bay. So the body, you see, would sometimes have you in the mind in a way where you have fear because you're lacking whatever money, perhaps, or whatever you might be lacking in life. You might have fear due to that. In the soul's eye, if you have the calmness and a little faith to perhaps be sure that you'll be all right, you start seeing that the way you behave would have you attract more of what you like. Now, if you want more money and you know how to be glad for what you already have and to be glad for what's coming, then perhaps you'll have more of what you want, right? Or if not, if you want it enough and you're only wanting, and you keep wanting and not being glad for what you get, you might end up in need. So there's that dichotomy where there's that balance in the mind that takes place between the body and the soul. So this is the gateway. That mindfulness extends toward soulfulness and bodyfulness, right? Now, in the mind is where you and I are connecting in this conversation. So let's say that we are elevating a little higher to, to make more money to get what we love. We have our needs met. We have what we want to some degree. However, we'd love more things in life. We would love to be able to travel more, to be able to provide more for our family. Perhaps we'd love to just to be able to save some and leave a sort of legacy for the next generation. Well, that's in terms of having more. Now, having more, um, loving what you have, and having that to grow. You love what you have and it grows. It's sort of like a business you're in. You love your customers, you love your clients enough, and then you see your business will start growing. Word of mouth spreads, people start referring, more clients, and perhaps they take on more service that you might be able to provide. Your business grows because now you're able to provide other kind of services that are tied into the service your main um, um, bread maker. So let's say that you mastered loving what you have. That's when freedom comes. Now, freedom, being free, being free to do whatever you like to do, to be able to be yourself around your clients, your customers. You love your job, you love your purpose. Now you get to be free. You get to be yourself freely. And when you're yourself freely, do you see that that might actually help you to keep you out of hate and fear and more into the want and love, so that you will be more likable, your clients will like you more, you'll like your clients more, you'll be, for sure glad to be alive, to be on purpose again, to serve a purpose, to contribute to a business, to contribute to the needs and the wants of fellow beings, your fellow men. So that's the simplified version of this, right? Now let's just say some scenarios like I'll share with you. I'll give you an example. A sushi place. There are these sushi takeout restaurants now that will serve you 3 nice rolls for $10. 3 rolls. You get a California roll, tuna roll, salmon roll, $10 for 3 rolls. Now, it's not going to be the best fish and the freshest one, guaranteed, right? And you don't expect that from a $10 for 3 rolls, right? So, it's going to fulfill your needs. You're going to get full. You're going to have, those 3 rolls. Now, will you love it? I'm not sure. If it depends on how particular you are in how much sushi you eat, right? So, will you want it? Well, if you're given a choice, you would prefer to eat at a higher quality restaurant, you can like it. You're not gonna hate it because you like sushi. Sushi better than burgers, right? Sometimes, right? It's healthier. You like it. Now you want better if you could, and if you had the best sushi, you'll be like, oh, I love it. I love this. This is the best sushi ever, right? If you had that experience before, the freshest, and just the way they make the rice and just the size and the portion, just perfect, Now let's talk about the soul. Right? Let's bring that to the level of the soul. Being able to have sushi, yes. I'm glad. I'm so glad that, I'm sure that it's gonna be healthy for me to eat. I'm sure that it's gonna, maybe not 100% sure that it's gonna be safe. Who knows, right? Who knows where the fish is coming from? It's eat at your own risk. $10 for 3 rolls. Now, if you go to a higher class restaurant, then and you had the money to be able to eat as much as you want freely, and eat what you love and have all you want. Now that's the life. That's that's the level of abundance and having it all, right? So there's a big difference besides the quality and the level of satisfaction. So coming to customer service, let's just say that you were able to um, have one of these three needs fulfilled. One of these, not needs, but one of these three eyes, perspectives, and fulfilled. If you were coming from body all the time, and it's just the body that you're looking to fulfill, or the mind, to have the fulfillment in the mind, and then there's fulfillment in the soul. You had a choice between these three. Which one would you choose? And if you were a customer, a client, and being served, and someone serves something to you that only fulfills your body, but your mind is left a little bit incomplete, and the soul, you're forced to remain calm. Um, and that's just enough said. You're just forced to remain calm. You know, you're not at the level of kindness. You're staying calm, right? Now, contrast that to, let's say that you were fed something with the mind, fulfilled in the mind, right? And you're able to have, for sure, now in the mind, you start liking it. You start wanting it, and that fulfillment that you love, you actually experience the love. That kind of service, there's a difference now, you see? Loving the service, being loved by the person giving you the service, that's a different kind of exchange. That's a higher value exchange that for sure is more sustainable, and for sure you can see that would have life become more joyful. Yes? And when I say joyful, let's bring it over to glad. So now let's say that the level of service comes from the soul. You're providing a service that you know is going, you're sure is going to fulfill them to the core. You're going to fulfill them spiritually. It's going to meet their needs, their wants, and to have them to sleep in peace at night, to have more energy throughout the day, to be able to be grateful, to feel appreciated, you know, to appreciate that kind of level where you're not just loving. Love, yes. Loving in a sense where it goes so deep, you remember that moment, you're there, you're present, you talk about it, and it's like, for instance, being taken care of, you know, where you know they actually care about you, like the person serving you actually cares about you. That, when I say, when free, you see free here. Now, I'm going to say this so that it will really hit home for you. Above joy and glad, let's say that you are so fulfilled in the spirit that your faith in humanity is restored. That kind of connection between you and another person, let's say that's available. Between these three, which would you choose? And which would you choose to provide to your clients and customers? Say you would like to make more money. Which would be the wise decision to come from? Would you treat them as a body? You treat your customers as just a body? Or would you interact with them on a level of just mind? Perhaps you dance in a conversation and you talk about what you like in sports. Perhaps you share what you hate, and then who knows, maybe some customers would be rubbed the wrong way when dealing with the mind because of differences, you know? And then there's the fear, not distrust in each other, simply because of differences and misunderstanding, right? And doubts. Now, if you were to rely on the level of connectedness and spiritually and using faith in the conversation, do you see that difference that it would make? You see them for a soul. You see them as a fellow, perhaps a brother, a sister. You see them and yourself as one. No differences. So that is what is available here in this area, in this eye, and that's what I'm hoping that this presentation would provide for you to see that this is the level of the land of possibility. Here is the land of happiness. Being calm with each other, being kind in the service we provide, being sure that what we provide is what is good for them, and being glad that we actually have that chance to be able to provide that service to whoever we're serving, and then to be free in the expression that this is what we're here to do right now, right here. And it goes from moment to moment. Coming from the spirit, the soul, is being free to be yourself, and being in peace, being one. So this here conversation is more impactful when speaking in a shared conversation with questions. In a presentation like this, speaking about free, this might not hit home so much. It might be a little bit of a stretch. However, the whole point though is that you see the balance, that mindfulness requires some level of being aware of the body's the body's perspective, the body's needs, and what the body misses, and being aware of the pain that we carry around in the body perhaps too, and being aware of what we lacked growing up. Maybe these kind of conversations are new. In the mind though, that is something that is based on patterns that can change in any moment. However, the soul is the presence, is the moment. So having this to anchor this would allow us to overcome any of these. And the highest level would be to have our needs and fulfilled, and to want what we need, right? It's healthy to actually want what you need. If you need it, you should want it, and to be glad when you get it. And then to be able to have, to see that we have, we can have anything. We're free to have whatever, with love. With love, anything is possible. So again, sight. I hope that these 3 eyes helps you to become more clear of your day-to-day, your life, how things have been, how things are going, how it's going to be. Thanks for watching, and again, well, actually, that's everything. Okay. That's it. Yeah, that's it for this video. Okay. So Bernard, hope you enjoyed it. I hope that I was able to express myself freely, and there's other ways to present this that we could probably talk about. For now, have a blessed one. Thanks for watching again. Peace.